Welcome, and thank you for joining me for this heart-opening Yin Yoga practice. We'll begin in a seated position. Sukhasana is probably the best way. I'm currently sitting on a blanket. You can do the same. We will use a blanket, block or blocks, and a bolster. You can use a blanket, books, whatever you might have. I'm using a towel. And thank goodness my hotel room had a bolster on the bed. So just find what works for you in your practice today. And it's not the props, it's really the breath and the movement. So if you've come to your seated position, take the hands and put the wrists on the knees, palms to the sky. We're going to inhale and exhale, just finding that natural rhythm for a moment. Quieting the mind, calming the body. And then when you're ready, if you want to take the eyes toward the mat or maybe close the eyes if you're comfortable, we'll begin that Ujjayi breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Inhale, I am open. Exhale, I welcome what lies ahead. Inhale, release the knees, the thighs, the shoulders. Exhale, loosen the belly and the feet and the ankles. A poem by Josie Whitehead. Open your eyes and let in the sunshine. Open your ears and hear the birds sing. Open your mind and let in the knowledge. Open your heart and see what love brings. Open yourself to the world that surrounds you. Prepare for the good, but also the bad. Absorb what you see and hear, the lovely, the ugly, the happy, and sad. Open your heart, shut the door on those negatives. Open your heart and let love freely flow. Open your heart and forgive those who hurt you. Nurture those love seeds. Allow them to grow. Grow up with strength both in mind and in body, accepting the honest, dismissing the cheat. Prepare for the future that stretches before you. Bestow mercy and goodness on all that you meet. And in this heart-opening meditation and Yin practice, let's begin with you first. Be love. Give love. Receive love. Taking a deep breath in. Full breath out. Again, breathing in. Exhale. Gently begin to open the eyes. Bring a little movement to the fingers. Take the ears to the right. And take the other ear to the left shoulder. Again, ear to the right. And the left. From here, let's go ahead. We'll press the hands to the earth. Just pushing into the seat slightly, opening up that chest. And then inhale the hands all the way to the sky. palms together at heart center. And we'll prepare for a beautiful practice. Slowly make your way onto the back, making room to the right and left of the upper portion and lower portion of your mat. We're going to come into Bananasana. So laying down Exhale fully. Release the jaw, let it just find a comfortable place. Maybe double check the shoulders. And breathe that beautiful, victorious breath. We will take 10 more breaths here. Breathing deeply in through the nose, filling the chest. Exhale through the nose, letting everything go. And on that last breath, gently at your own pace, press into the heels, lifting the hips to the sun. Release the bolster from below the hips. Just set it toward the top of your mat. And then bring the knees into the chest for just a moment, finding a little bit of opening, a little bit of opposition. And then when you're ready, roll to one side or the other and press yourself up. We'll come seated on the mat on our left hip. Our knees will be facing the long side of the right side of the mat. And we'll bring the bolster in front of you like you can see I have here. Take a moment to go ahead and get ready. And then you'll just bring that bolster right up against the hip here, nice and firm. And then let's bring the hands close to the thighs. Just lift nice and tall in our torso. Turn to the left, and then just gently walk the hands out, staying in that twisted spine, and bring the chest all the way down to the bolster, and then press the left cheek to the bolster, taking those hands out as far as you need to, as much as you want to where it feels comfortable, and press that left cheek to the bolster. Feel free to find some movement in this space until you get to that comfortable position that you can hold. Inhale and exhale. Release and surrender all the way into that bolster or your pillow, blankets. B.K.S. Iyengar said, "We're only as young as our spine is flexible." So you can consider your spinal twists a little bit of a fountain of youth each time you invite that movement to your body. I am connected to others and to the universe. Can you surrender just a little bit more as we take 5 to 10 additional breaths in this space, releasing the back, the shoulders, the chest, the neck. And then on that last breath, go ahead and bring the hands up to the mat, beginning to walk them toward that left hip. When you arrive there, go ahead and we'll bring the right arm across. Swing the legs in front, still keeping those knees bent. And just give yourself a hug here. Hugging those knees. Taking that chest, the chin to the chest. And then we'll take the right hand behind us. Take the knees over to the opposite direction. Now we're sitting on the right hip. The bolster comes up against the right hip. The right hand comes across the bolster. We lift nice and tall and walk the hands down, pressing the belly and chest onto the bolster. Extending the arms out as far as we need to be comfortable in this position, and we release the right cheek to that bolster. If it feels comfortable in your body, you can always play with the idea of taking the left cheek to the bolster for a little additional twist. Knowing that in Yin Yoga you can feel that sensation, a sensation of lengthening, but don't ever sit with pain. Relax the shoulders, release the elbows and the wrists, let go of the lower back. Release the knees. As you spend a couple of more minutes in this position, just remember your mantra that I am connected to others and to the universe. We'll take 10 final breaths here. And as you finish that, let's go ahead and find that movement again. Walk palms toward the thighs. Bring those hands around, sitting with the knees to the chest. Feel that bolster against the back, the middle of the back, that lumbar spine. Hug those knees, bring them close to the chest. Release the shoulders, relax the elbows. Let go of the lower back, the jaw, the eyes. And then from here, you're going to go ahead and just make your way, lowering the chest, the back down onto the bolster with that hip against the bolster. Really supporting that lower back and just coming back. We'll bring the soles of the feet together. Supta Baddha Konasana, or in Yin it's called butterfly, reclined butterfly. The hands open to the side, palms to the sky. Completely opening the heart to the universe. Allowing yourself to be a little bit vulnerable in this safe space. In this safe time together. It's a great place if the blocks are nearby. You can press the blocks below your thighs. If your head needs supporting, you can always bring a blanket under the head. Remember that your blocks have different settings to match the height that you need. endeavor to feel profound joy in my life. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Release the shoulders, the chest, the belly, the thighs. Inhale. Exhale, surrendering the quads and the knees, your calves and the feet. Invite 5 additional breaths here in this space. Bringing the hands to the outside of the thighs, go ahead and press the knees together gently. And then softly find your way to a fetal position, one side or the other. And then when you're ready, go ahead and press yourself up into a seated position on your calves. We'll come to tabletop here. Bring the knees back under the hips. And we'll go ahead and we'll extend down as though we're going into a child's pose. But then bring yourself to the forearms and begin to inch the fingers to the front of the mat. Hips are going to go nice and high to the sky here. And then lower the chest. Just allow it to melt into the earth here. And then let that head go. Feeling the forehead to the mat. Or if you like, press those arms forward a little further and find the chin to the earth if that's comfortable for you. Hips are high, shoulders are relaxed. Feel the mat below the tops of your feet. Release that lower back and breathe. This is a nice intense pose. We won't stay too long. Just places where you can let go while at the same time holding yourself in this place of wellness. Taking that nice Ujjayi breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, or in through the nose, out through the nose, whichever serves you in this position. Although we are finding ourselves facing the earth, our heart is still open, and our mantra is, I am surrounded by love. Imagine a beautiful coat of love draped gently over your back, bringing you comfort and confidence as you breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. Find joy for 5 more breaths here in this space. Maybe finding a little more release, a tiny bit more surrender. And then gently begin to walk the hands back toward the body into that tabletop position. Pressing the hands firmly into the earth, the knees below the hips. Let's go ahead and take a deep inhale. Sit bones to the sky for cow. Exhale the back all the way to the sky, releasing everything for cat. And one more time, maybe releasing the toes, tops of the feet to the earth, just to the mat. Exhale everything, sending the back to the sky. And we'll come to a neutral spine here. Again, you're going to go ahead and find the forearms, and then gently walk the feet back behind you so that you come to your hips. And if your bolster is close, you can tuck it underneath you as you see I have, if that's comfortable. If not, feel free to just rest into Sphinx in this space. And you can hold the head here, or if you like, you can press the head to a block or books if that's what you've got. And just release the head. Whatever feels right for you. Maybe tuck the toes and press the feet back a little further. And then untuck and just surrender to the mat, the bolster, the arms, and the block if your head is on a block or books. And breathe. There's nothing to hold here. No need to contract any glutes or hamstrings. Allow the shoulders to come back down the back, but without a lot of effort. The hands gentle on the mat. As you inhale deeply, send the air all the way through the chest, past the ribs, beyond the bolster, all the way to the crease of the hips. Allow the air to find its way back up and out. In this position, whether the head is rested on a block or the gaze is forward, it's a great place to consider. I lovingly look to the future. Inhale deeply. Exhale, just surrender. And then if your head is on the block, if you'll lift your forehead up slightly, we'll take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, take the gaze over the right shoulder toward the right heel. Consciously releasing those glutes. Maybe pressing those arms to the earth and finding a little more length. And gently come back to the center. And let's take the gaze slowly to the left, finding as much length as feels right for you. Looking for sensation, staying away from pain. And breathe. Go ahead and bring the head back to the center. Take 3 to 4 nice deep breaths here. Releasing, surrendering just a little further. And then when you're ready, you'll go ahead and walk the hands back. Bring the knees in, you'll find that tabletop position. Lift the bolster up, come toward the top of the mat. We'll take that bolster behind, toward the back of the mat. Excellent. From here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to set up for our last pose. But before we do that, let's come up to all fours here. My apologies. So we're in all fours. We're going to thread the needle. So it's a great place if you tend to have tender knees, or if you've been in a position on your knees for a bit. It's nice to tuck up a blanket or a towel underneath your knees. And then we're going to press the hands firmly into the earth. Push those sit bones back to the sky. And then bring the left thumb under the nose. Inhale the right hand to the sky, but very gently, no big twist here. And then just thread that needle, taking the right hand under the left. And then you'll extend that left hand up overhead. Sitting back as comfortably into the heels as you can, sending that arm long, feeling free to take the hands up to blocks if that's comfortable for you, or to the earth. The ear can come to the earth, the shoulder can come as close to the earth as you can get there. Another way to be in this position would be to press the left hand behind the back for a bind. And then as much as you can in this space, just wiggle, move about until you find a place that you can just hold for a few moments while breathing. Releasing the glutes and the knees. Relaxing that right shoulder. Just letting that right arm be comfortable. It does not have to be actively extended. Breathing deeply in through the nose. Exhaling completely through the nose. I am compassionate. Pressing the left hand into the mat. Let's come back up into that tabletop position. We'll take the right hand under the nose, press the palm firmly into the earth, lift the left to the sky gently, and thread that needle. Left shoulder, left ear to the earth. Maybe take that right hand for a bind. And settle. Allow those sit bones to come up to the sky. Feel the mat below the tops of your feet. And say to yourself, I believe in goodness. More breaths, maybe extending that arm a little longer if you can. Unbinding if you've taken the bind, and press the hand into the mat, lifting up into that tabletop position. We'll go ahead and bring the knees toward the top of the mat and just sit back on our left or right hip. And now we will come into that last pose before we find Shavasana. So you'll bring the bolster behind you, up against that back, lower back. And then maybe to find a little additional support of the lower back, you can press that bolster down, the blanket down, push up with the hands and feet, and maybe sit on the edge, just pressing the edge of that bolster down. And then carefully lower the body all the way to that bolster. Maybe if you like to have a little more support under your head, bring that blanket and tuck it under the head. Finding this place. So you can either keep the knees bent, bring the arms out about 45 degrees. Open the fingertips, open the palms to the sky. Feel the shoulders open, feel the heart come to the sun. You can stay here, or if you'd like a little extra extension, being careful on that lower back. You can take the legs long. Press those heels out, get that full extension. Inhale and exhale. And just let go. The mantra here is, I feel gratitude. Allow that gratitude to wash all the way from the toes, across the ankles, over the knees, up those thighs, coming along the abs and the chest, and just cloaking you from the shoulders, elbows to the fingertips. Gratitude is your blanket here. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Release. Maybe the arms go a little longer. The feet and hips a little deeper. Last breaths here. Allow the shoulder blades to melt around that bolster. Bolster out of the way. We're going to go ahead and set up for Shavasana. So that bolster can come under the knees if that's what you like. You can bring the blanket under the head, or maybe cover yourself with the blanket. Just taking these few minutes to find a place that is comfortable for you for this Shavasana time. Laying back, getting comfortable, taking these last few minutes away from the world. Closing the eyes, opening the palms to receive, or pressing the palms to the earth if you feel like you want to be more grounded. Release the toes. Relax the jaw, the cheeks, the ears. Inhale, I feel love. Exhale, I send my love to others. Inhale, love. Exhale, offerings. Taking a really deep inhale. Exhale fully and completely. Again, inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. As you begin to come back to the natural rhythm of your breath, bringing some movement to the head, the hands, the feet. Arriving back in space. Taking a moment to become aware of how your body is feeling, how your mind is feeling. Slowly bring yourself into a fetal position on either side, keeping the eyes closed, the body quiet. Release the forehead and the jaw. Relax the lumbar spine, that lower spine. Pressing in with the top hand, slowly push into a comfortable seated position. Bringing the head last, keeping eyes closed if that's comfortable. And then whatever seated that light travels to the elbow, the shoulders, along the chest, and they meet in the heart. That light circles the heart, filling it with light, with love, with warmth. Closing that warmth, that energy, that love, bringing the hands together at the heart. Allow the chin to fall toward the fingers. Release the shoulders, the belly, the thighs, the knees. Remember this feeling, take this with you, and know that you can always access this place, this rest, this love, this quiet, wherever you may be, wherever you may go. And know that this love, this light, this generosity, gratitude, joy, healing can be shared with others. Know that when you do so, it sends warmth, love, healing, gratitude, grace back to you. Thank you for moving with me through this yin journey today. The light in my heart honors the light in your heart. Namaste.